Hi, I'm Suzanne Bates. In sales, one great story can close the deal. Stories are the best way to connect you to your prospect, build your credibility, and move a little more rapidly through the sales process. And unlike most salespeople who tend to get all tied up in knots reciting the details of their product and service, you will stand out when you tell relevant stories that prove your expertise, commitment, and effectiveness. A lot of salespeople are natural storytellers. Still, they're not always sure whether they're telling the right story at the right time or whether their stories are making the point. Over the years, as we've worked with thousands of salespeople, we've seen how those who refine their storytelling techniques win more business. As you know, one of the biggest mistakes we all make in sales is talking too much. So before you share a story, make sure you're asking penetrating questions that get to the heart of the customer's issue. That way you know where to take the conversation, including which stories to share. The idea is to have an anthology of stories, so you always have several relevant examples that connect you with your prospect's situation and needs. I strongly recommend that you have your own personal anthology of stories, as well as an anthology of stories for your sales organization. Every story should drive home how you've helped your clients achieve their goals. The best sales stories paint a vivid picture for your client. It's important to write it out so you quickly and economically drive to your point. Always take it to the next step by making it clear how the customer's situation was perfectly analogous to your prospect. You know you've hit the mark when your prospect is listening closely and asking good questions. A great story proves to them that you have real value and that it's relevant to their company. You know, years ago as a television reporter, I learned the art of storytelling, and since then at Bates Communications, we've been teaching our techniques to thousands of sales professionals. Our 6-step sales story process will help you make your stories concise, compelling, and relevant. The 6 parts of the story structure, by the way, are the setup, that's the who, what, when, where, the build-up, how you began working with a client to address the challenge, the scene is the big moment when you hit on the solution, the resolution is basically how it turned out, and the lesson is very simply what you and your client or customer took away. The audience theme is where you explicitly apply that lesson and show how it's analogous to your prospect. Once you start using the story structure, you'll see how easy it is to write a crisp, compelling sales story. To learn more about sales training in storytelling, go to bates-communications.com and click on Workshops and Training or Boot Camps. We have a fantastic 2-day intensive program which includes storytelling for leaders and sales professionals. While you're on our website, sign up for our complimentary Thoughts for Tuesday, weekly tips delivered to your inbox to help you communicate effectively with all your important audiences. I'm Suzanne Bates. Thanks for watching.